Last week I was in Barcelona for the Mobile World Congress. I spoke to Mr Chen, who took over as chief executive of BlackBerry, the Canadian smartphone maker, 90 days ago. I asked Mr Chen about his turnaround strategy for the smartphone maker and how that's progressing. When you first took over at BlackBerry, you made one of your first statements is, look, people have said we're dead, we're not, we're here, we're going to survive. How will we gauge whether that's actually true?
Well, I put out two reasonably measurable near-term benchmark, right? One is in about 4 quarters, we should see ourselves cash flow break even, and within another year, we should see ourselves being profitable. And I think those two are something that I'm really intensely focused on. Everything else we talk, we release new phones, server technology, the BBM expansion, the QNX wins, all that is to support the two things I talk about. So I think that's going to be the measurement. I'm very proud of the fact that we were able to put a very good team together, an executive team, and actually lay out a good strategy, and then in fact put together a few very important partnerships like Foxconn with us, and we are releasing a phone that is a joint effort between the two of us. In fact, and then we release a phone and talk about another one. So I'm very pleased that our velocity seems to be doing pretty good. That relationship with Foxconn is very important. Not only is it a manufacturing partnership going forward, but it's also enabled you to offload the inventory risk, if you like. Is that correct? Phone is a very, very important part of our strategy. But at the same time, that the company cannot just keep enduring inventory write-down. Right. So in putting the two together, I thought there might be one way to address this issue is to find a partner who could actually have the best supply chain in the world because they're biggest. Therefore, my inventory exposure, even his inventory exposure, is minimized. And yet they have such a good handle on mechanical design and a lot of the stuff that I actually needed help on. The partnership works wonderfully. And far from getting out of hardware, you've actually announced that we're going to have the new BlackBerry Classic. Yeah, I call it a classic, and now some people call it Q20, and we have two phones. One is the JAT phone, stands for Jakarta, is the symbol for the Jakarta airport. We have a big market share there in Indonesia. It's a 3G phone. Because that's where the dominant bandwidth is over there. It's going to be under $200. It's a very attractive phone. The biggest part of the news, though, is in 4 months, we're able to put a phone together, and as well as build up the distribution channel, as well as it's going to be released in the hands of the customers. So it's going to be a wonderful thing. And in both the server business and the BlackBerry Messenger business, you've made recent announcements as well. Let's just start with the BBM, the BlackBerry Messenger. It's a secure message. We were able to build up to 85 million subscribers it's a measure by active user on a monthly basis. And we announced just recently here that Nokia is going to put that on its Android phones, and then of course we support Windows now. Is BBM going to be worth 19 billion? Well, it's dependent in the hands of the buyers, right? Everybody wants to talk about that, and I think that was the most recent $19 billion transaction not too many days ago. But BBM is a very, very strategic part of our server business. But as I said, I run a public company. I watch out for shareholders' interest. If somebody will offer 19 billion, I would definitely take it to the board. Do you think that there is a role for BlackBerry as something other than a niche player? Do you think it can be a mass market company? I think when you look at turnaround history in technology market, although there's not a lot, but not too long ago, IBM had gone through it, and not too long before that, Apple had gone through it. I think this is really about catching the technology market wave, and if we done it correctly, it could be a dominant player again. John, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.